Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Thursday morning. I did some research here regarding the price of Bitcoin to see if I could fine-tune a dollar cost averaging buying strategy in the hopes of making money. Now, you hear everybody saying, well, nobody knows the price of Bitcoin. You can't predict the future. I don't have a crystal ball. So the best thing to do is dollar cost averaging. Well, let's take a look for a 5-year period and see. Now, excuse me. Of course, my videos are not financial advice. I always put that disclaimer in there. If you find my videos of any value and you would like to donate to the channel to help support the channel, I have a Cash App ID in my description, and I also have a Bitcoin address if you'd like to donate Bitcoin to the channel. If not, that's okay. Now let's take a look. We'll just talk about this a little bit. Let's say we bought Bitcoin January 2018. The price was $13,338, and we held it for 5 years. So 13,338, 16,863 was the price is the price today. So you would have made $3,000 on a $13,000 investment in 5 years. That's not too good, but it beats losing, right? Okay, so I did another experiment. I said, well, if I bought one Bitcoin every year, starting in 2018, on January 1st of every year, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's five buys every January. So you could say, well, I'm dollar cost averaging, right? Okay. So if you did that, January 2018, the price was 14,112. Okay. January of 2019 was 34.57, very low. January of 2020 was 93.50. So far, so good, right? January 2021 was 33,114. So here you're kind of overpaying, right? Then January 2022 was 38,483. If you add that up, whoop, messed up. Hold on. I got 33,114 plus 38,483 for 2022. Okay, so in 5 years you spent, for one Bitcoin every January, you spent 98,516. Now if you divide that by 5, your average price was $19,703. So since the price is only $16,863, you're down 16% in 5 years. That's if you bought on January 1st, once every 5 years. That's dollar cost averaging, okay? Buying it once a year for 5 years. You would be down 16% on your investment. That's not good. You might say, well, I'm not going to buy every 5 years. I'm going to buy every day or every week or every month. Well, rather than do those calculations over and over and bore everybody, let's do it this way. Now, you would be fine in this range from, say, January 2018. You know, the price was about 14,000. Let's just keep in mind that the price now is 16,863, or almost 17,000. We'll keep it simple. Well, actually, if you look up here, your total return in the past 5 years. Okay, well, forget that. Dollar cost averaging. So you're good here. You know, look at these prices. 7,000. Yeah, you're good. So let's say you're buying every week. You're good right here, right? Good pricing. 6,000, 3,000. Real good here. 8,000. You're okay. You're still good. You know, you're below the 16,863. You're good here. 2020, you're good. Now here's where you got to start wondering, you know, I mean, looking back in history, right? I mean, you're good till right about here. Then you should have stopped, right? If you could have known what was going to happen in 5 years, you stop around here. So this is a bull run here, right? Okay, all this is flat, sideways, doing nothing. Then you get the bull run. Here you go. Boom. Goes up to 59,000, 60,000. Back down a little. But still, you shouldn't have bought here. You shouldn't have bought here, 34,000. Even though it went from 60 to 30, you still shouldn't have bought. If you knew what was going to happen, right? Of course, we didn't know, but now we do know. Comes back up to 61,000, then goes down. So here you don't know, you know, maybe it's going down, maybe I should buy more. But no, you really shouldn't have until October of 2022 or so. November of 2022. Okay, so the funny thing is, if you would have bought one Bitcoin in 2018, 2019, and 2020, January 1st of those 3 years, you would have spent $26,919 with an average price of $89.73. $8,973. Okay? Then if you just stopped buying and held it, and I mean, you could have sold it here or here and made a killing, because your average price was say $9,000. So if your average price was $9,000 and then you were smart enough to sell it at 60, you made a killing. Excuse me. So if you weren't greedy and you sold it, so say your average price was 10,000, you sold it at 60,000, you 6x or 6 times your money. Well, let's say you didn't guess the top, so you sold it and made 5x. And then you're out, Then you wait for it to come back down. And you do it all over. Of course, you're not going to get that average price of probably not, 89 of 9,000 because so far it hasn't gone down that low since the bull run, okay? Actually, here, nope. It hasn't gone down to that average price of 9,000 since 2020, okay? May 22nd, 2020, it was about $9,000. So it hasn't gone that low since. And you had a tremendous historic bull run since 2020. Then it came down. So it went up to 60 and came down to, say, 17. Now, if you look at the 1-year chart, let's see that. 40,000. Yeah, so you haven't hit that low. You got down to 18. Now you're down to 17. Okay, so my theory is this. I'm going to dollar cost average, yeah. I'm going to buy every week as long as the price is below $20,000. Okay? Then what I'm going to do, because you see, if you did this for the past 5 years, you would have had to skip those right here. You would have had to buy no Bitcoin. Okay, don't buy any Bitcoin from, say, December 2020. Yeah, December 2020, the middle of December 2020 until say August of 2022. So from the middle of December 2020 till August, the middle of August 2022, you wouldn't have bought any. And you would have been fine. But if you bought anywhere in here, if you look at this, this is like at least 35% of the time you could have bought. But if you take out this 35% where the price was really high, and you just bought in here, the sideways action, then a little bit in here, you'd be fine. You would be fine. You would probably about doubled your money, at least, And then if you want to hold it, you don't mind it because you're up, you're up 100%. But if you bought anywhere in here and kept dollar cost averaging, that would have killed your average. So my theory is this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy every week. In other words, increase your buying while the price is low. And then when the price is high, you stop buying. All right, so if you bought every month, you're going to miss some good buys. So I'm going to buy every week, and you guys and gals can do what you want. I mean, you could buy every day or buy every week. But if you buy every month, you might miss out on some good pricing. So I'm just going to buy every week while the price is below $20,000. Then when it hits 20, I'm not going to buy anymore. All right. And then if we get a bull run and I get 5x, I'm going to sell. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be greedy. And then I'll wait for the price to come back down. If it doesn't come back down, so be it. But I would hate to go 5x and then not sell it, and then it crashes back down, you know, to where I was before. So that's pretty much my theory. And then probably what I would do, you know, is sell half of it. If I get a 5x return, sell half and keep the other half just for a store of value, you know. But I mean, I could always buy real estate for a store of value also, even though they tax you on real estate, you know. It's still a good long-term investment in my opinion. So anyway, that's going to be my theory. That's going to be my plan for the next 5 years. I'm going to dollar cost average in, buy every week, and then I'm going to wait until the price hits $20,000 and stop buying. And if it goes up over 20 and comes back down, I'll start buying again. If it goes up over 20 and never comes back down, I'm still going to make money because I averaged in below $20,000. But if you look at this chart, you can see where, you know, unless you plan on holding for 20 years, and you know, nobody's guaranteed to be around 20 years. So, you know, I don't know about all that. I mean, like I said, if the price goes way up, you know, I'm okay with that too. And then I just sell half when I get 5x, and then keep the other half for a long-term store of value. So anyway, that's my theory about dollar cost averaging for Bitcoin. If you have any comments or questions, you can hit me up in the comments section. Don't be afraid to follow my channel, subscribe, and hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. So everybody have a wonderful day. I hope this wasn't too complicated or boring, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.